Going live. I'm live. Hi, YouTubers. We've gone from Facebookers to YouTubers. So who's here? Who's here? Okay. Is anyone here? If we come in, anyone's coming in. I would just be waiting for people to come in and to join me here. Join me here on Facebook. Come on over, live chat. Okay, so I'm going to just wait here to see who comes on. Now, as you all know, I'm new to YouTube Lives. And come on over to, oh, we've got a few people in, that's good. Come on over to YouTube. So who's there? Can someone give me a message to help me out? I can see that I've got a few people. I've got some thumbs up. Do I have people here? Oh, yeah. Hey. Yay. Alicia, you are the first person on my YouTube channel. Thank you. And just for that, I will pull you a surrender card and see what we have here for you that you need to surrender to. And no shock, it will be surrender to silence. Alicia, surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So it's interesting too that that was what a lot of what I was just discussing on Facebook was silence. So do you get some opportunities to drop in and to meditate? This is not able to request a reading. Well, that's because we're not friends, Bhavya, so that's why. If you're there, please details and meditation retreat next month. Oh, I've got to connect up with her. Okay, so hey, Beck. Oh my God, so good to see you. Lots of love, gorgeous girl. Haven't seen you since you were little. You want a reading? Alicia, I tried, but definitely not enough new. Hey, anyway, when you're ready and you're up to it, Alicia, this is the next gig. You know, I do have retreats in Bali and Thailand, and yeah, I do have retreats in. Chris, you can't call me darling on the line, but I'll do your reading for you if you can see me. Okay, so yes, so besides the meditation retreats and self-love retreat in Bali next year, primordial meditation is a bloody brilliant, absolutely awesome practice. See the picture? What it does, it actually takes us all the way back to source consciousness, so back to before time, to the place of no thing, nowhere, no one, no time, back to the timeless, endless, infinite void of consciousness. And when we can get to that state, then of course that's where then all things possible can arise from. So And it's really hard to do meditation, silent meditation for some people. And what primordial meditation is about, it's a self-administered practice. So I teach it and I guide people through each level and the postures. But then it's like it's handed to you like this is so it's like a self-administered, and it's what it's doing. It's charming the ego, and it's literally what's happening is every time that there's a thought or a sensation or a sound arises, and the ego wants to identify with it really quickly. And even at times, you get attached to it, but sometimes it's really hard to not let our thoughts just continue to ruminate and go over so that we can't meditate. What primordial meditation does, it actually it introduces an incredible it's like a mantra, but it's English, and it's like a seed, and it charms. It's like a jewel. It charms the ego to go. Think it's still doing something, but what's happening is it's an alchemical transformational practice that's actually really aligning us and attuning us with our true nature of being, with our soul. So that's what primordial meditation is about, guys. So there is a retreat in October on the Central Coast at a beautiful monastery. Spiritual centre it is, conference centre. And we're doing some really, really deep stuff. Prerequisite for the October retreat is to be able to download this book. You can download it for $10, and or you can buy it for $20-something in hard copy. And you read it, and you get a free session with me. So if you read the book, and then what happens is you can have a free call session with me, and I help people to really understand the practice, how it works. And then you can come along to the retreat, and then you're immersing yourself deeply into the practice of level 3 and 4. It's just really great stuff. Anyway, so if you anyone wants to really practice, have something that's an amazing gift that was, as I said, channeled to me, given to me from Source, then this is it. It's easy. There's enough evidence for all of this stuff now that's been measured through quantum physics, quantum science, and psychology. And so this is just, as I said, it's a really great self-administered practice. That's not only is it good for stress management, but extremely good for what I will call the practice of evolutionary awakening. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're buying that book. So it's on my it's on my Facebook page, my website, www.robincollins.info. But you can Google it. So you can Google Primordial Meditation ebook through Lulu. Lulu is the book publishing company. So you can download it from there and then get in touch with me. So let's see if now I can move this bar and I can see everybody. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, Julie's here. Okay, yeah, Beck. Oh my God, yes, please. Let's have a reading for you, Beck. Hello, Julie. I've been looking for you at Coles. Julie Brunsden. Must nearly be coffee time at Coffee Club, if you know what I mean. Beck. Same for you, Beck. Look, darling, I understand that there are some limitations around you. But your biggest limitation, it's a little bit like sometimes we're prisoners of our body. This is what's coming to me for you, Beck. And I know you understand this. We can become prisoners of our body when we're limited to what abilities that we have. And I've also got here that there is sort of like that energy, that there is a tiny aspect of what's going on for you that is that I'm a prisoner in this body with limitations, right? But that thought is controlling and can become overbearing for you at times. But what I have here for you, Beck, is the same thing. You also need to do some much more connecting up with that part of yourself, that part of your that soul, that the part of you that is infinite and boundless and free. It's not limited by the body, and you can take that anywhere, and you can just like be continuing to source that essence of the soul that is playful and joyful and loving and like, you know, just alive in itself. What you can then give and extend from being truly, truly attuned with your soul is same thing. You're not going to be limited or a prisoner to your body, because what's going to shine through you is this, and there's going to be this big breakthrough when you do this, when you do a deeper meditation practice. When you do this, you're going to have this massive breakthrough, and you're going to be drinking from this well of more happiness. So get in there and do some more meditation of some sort too, Beck. Look, you're the same. I think you're still in Tasmania. Go down and download. Go down and get in there and download Primordial Meditation. Beck, anyone can download it around the world. And as I said, I tell you, like, this will set you free, and we're having so much fun with this. I've got an amazing community that have been doing primordial meditation. This is not the same as primordial sound or whatever the Deepak Chopra stuff. Nothing like that at all. Okay, this is actually a meditation practice that was given to me and channeled to me directly from Source in 2004, and it's been evolving ever since then to a point that it's in a book and retreats, and it's just going to keep on growing. It's like I have this massive amount. It's like the universe is even behind me, and it's like it's still pushing itself through me to do some more, and that more will be to the getting it up online as an online practice. So who else did I have? Raylene, I've done. Chris, I hope you're still here. Are you here, Chris? You just tried to call me. Okay, Alicia. Asawa. That's A-S-A-W-A. I don't know if that's right. Yes, thank you, Beck. So, okay, Beck, you've got to go and download my book, and we can talk on the phone. Jill. Linda. Janet. Hello there, Leonie. Lovely to see you from the Central Coast. You are. I hope the weather is nice there. Something just for you. Who just asked? If I pick up on anything for you, Janet. Janet, what I do have here is, again, what's flicked out for you is the politics card. Again, that means that there is some politics going on around you. Or you're wearing a mask around people, so there's an opportunity for you to take that mask off. Take that mask off and start being your true self. Or if you are noticing that people around you are creating problems and there's all these politics and all these issues, then just get out of the way, move away from them, because you don't need that. That was for you, Janet. That was just a one-carder. If anyone just wants a one-carder. I can't get Chris. I can't see Chris. Someone just tried to call me. Was it you? Davia? Someone, oh, Pajama Day. Someone's been trying to contact me about coming to the Primordial Meditation Retreat in October. Okay, let's go. Brenda Freeman, are you still there? I see your face is gone. Okay. Leonie, let's give you a one-carder, Leonie. I'll give you two carders. How about that? How about I give you one card, which is about guilt, okay? So Leonie, the one card that's come out is the guilt card. So, of course, there's something going on around you that you may be carrying some guilt about. Again, I don't know what that is. It could be to do with relationships, work, something that's, anyway, you will know. You will know. Just tap into whatever that is, Leonie, where you're feeling a little bit guilty, maybe about choices or something that you want to do, or something that you want to let go of, but you're feeling that there is a bit of guilt with that comes with that. And your surrender card, Leonie, is surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Now, Leonie, here's your card, the guilt card and your surrender card. I know that you actually hold a beautiful Reiki community on the Central Coast, my love. So this is about a little bit of self-care. I have been teaching Reiki myself, Leonie, since 1998, teaching. I've been doing Reiki since 1994 and was running, holding space for my students with Reiki shares back in the early 2000s and right through the 90s. And about 10 years later, I ended up in hospital with gallstone because I was taking care of everybody else and thought I was taking care of myself, but I could have done more. So, Leonie, this is just an opportunity for you in total honour for the work that you're doing with Reiki on the Central Coast. Please, it might be that you, the guilt card might be that you maybe want to cut down on your Reiki shares. I don't know, but whatever it is, this is saying don't feel guilty, right? So whatever choice you want to make for some self-care, don't feel guilty about making a choice. Just make it and surrender the stress. Okay. Asawa 71. This is making it a bit easy. I can get onto a lot more people if I just kind of do you a one card reading or close to it. So Asawa. If you want a full reading, just contact me, private message me on Facebook, and you can organise to have a reading. I'll also be back on the Central Coast in October and also doing readings at the Sydney Mind, Body and Spirit Festival. Oh, sorry, I'll be doing readings also at Brisbane. Okay, so Brisbane, October the 5th, they have a Tibetan Reiki Grandmasters, October the 5th, one day. October the 6th, I have a workshop, a one-day workshop called One Taste, Love on All Levels, with beautiful Kerry and Peter. We're going to share an amazing day. Any of you people that are in Brisbane, it's only $25. Please connect with me and come along to that, support us. Yeah, it's just going to be a really lovely day to spend together. And October the 7th, I'm doing readings, so either hour or half-hour sessions, soul coaching, or readings. Yay! Annette, marriage celebrant, you found me. Okay, who's next? I see. Asawa, that's right, I didn't do yours, did I, darling? Okay, Asawa. Oh. So again, it's really interesting. One more time, we have you comparing yourself against something or somebody, and your message is to not do that. You don't need to compare yourself as someone that might be different from you. They may be, you know, like the difference between a flower and a weed. Like they are both, a weed and a flower are both come from the Creator, come from Source, and they both have their place and their roles, just like every insect and every human being and every animal does on this planet. It's sort of like, so we worry and we think because we try to compare ourselves. And like when you look outside and you just take two trees for an example, and you might have two different sort of trees, but use the trees as a metaphor. You can have two trees or 20 trees all together, and they're not going, oh, you've got more branches and prettier green leaves than me, and the other tree's not going, oh yes, but I've got a thicker trunk than you have. You're skinny and weedy. You know, it's like it's only our conditioned mind and our human, the part of us that's separate from, believes we're separate from Source. Like we are like the trees, and each one of us are unique. There's not one tree that's alike. That has, you know, there can't be not one tree growing on the same tiny plot of land with the same, you know, branches and the same amount of leaves. So every single aspect of everything in life itself is unique. And Asawa, this is for you to please find your own connection to your own uniqueness, and know that you are just as a beautiful part of you are a unique expression of the divine, just as you are. As I said before, like, and other people are trying to tell you different, or you might have other people trying to belittle you or try to say to you, oh, you know, you're not, you need to be, you know, skinnier to be better at this, or you need to be older or younger or something, you know. So your message is that there's something like that going on here, and you know, you just need to just like stand up and break through those limitations. Okay, so that was for, it's Asawa. Sorry, Asawa. I have Asawa 17 in here. So I hope she's still here, and I hope you got that, sweetheart. Oh, Brenda, you are still. Oh, thank you. That resonated. Good. I'm glad, sweetheart. Yep. Let's just see what. Surrender your fear of change. Okay, Asawa. So this is about the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat this affirmation. I have faith that all is well. Okay, so surrender your fear of change, Asawa, and don't let other people, well, it's not so much about letting other people are going to be who they are, and we've got to just allow them to be who they are, and whatever they think of us is none of our business. But what it is for us to choose, are we going to believe other people's thoughts, and are we going to take that on board ourselves, or are we going to stand up and really declare to the world how beautiful and how unique and wonderful that we are, and that we are here, every one of us, down to every cell, every particle of our being, to be here, to be an expression, to share, to connect, and to keep on, connecting up with everyone and reminding them of the love that they are. For those of you that were over there on Facebook with me, like, look at that guy just dance, and he just rocked it, and oh my God, I hope he goes viral and just becomes a millionaire, because the joy that guy is bringing to everyone's hearts, just because he's just the most grooviest dancer. Okay, Julie, I'm here. That's good. I'm glad, Sawa. I'm really glad that helped you, Dal. Again, please know that you can stay connected here with me. I do soul readings just to connect with everybody. It's actually not my main presence on the earth. My main presence on the earth is to be teaching evolutionary awakening. I do that through primordial meditation and through retreats in Bali and Thailand, and of course in Australia. That's what I'm here for, to help people wake up. Julie. Okay, Julie, I've kind of got for you, like, nothing's going on. Nothing's going on, so stop thinking you've got to do something. Just, how funny is that? What's my reading? Nothing. She hasn't got a reading. The only reading that you do have is stop worrying about thinking that there's nothing happening in this moment of nothing, then create something. Right? So tap in to what it is that you love doing. I know what you love doing, and make it happen. So tap into that and make it happen, because that's all there is to do for you, because you have moved through so much stuff that the only person that's in your way now is, of course, your own beliefs and thoughts in your own head. You have the opportunity to just get out there and rock it and do whatever it is that your heart and soul's desire is. So that wasn't hard. Okay. I'm glad you're going to buy my book, Asawa. Thank you, Dal. Yep, go online. It is, you just got to Google Primordial Meditation by Robin Collins, ebook or hard copy. Primordial Meditation, and also put in there lulu.com. So Lulu is the publishers. And if any of you are buying my book on either the ebook or hard copy, and you are interested in being able to train in or to learn the practice, this life-changing practice, please then just contact me and say, Robin, I bought your book, I've read it, you've got to read it, and can I please have the free phone coaching session? And we'll organise to help coach you through it. Annette, marriage celebrant. Annette, marriage celebrant. That's okay, Jill. It's good when you've got an easy read like that. Oh, my music stopped because I put that groovy guy on. Oh, Annette. Annette, you're going through some sadness. So it's sort of like there's a deep grief, and that grief could be recently to letting go of someone close to you. As a marriage celebrant, you'd also work with, no doubt, marriage, births and deaths. But anyway, whatever it is, Annette, it could be more personal for you. A lot of the time people go through grief and a sadness because of the dark night of the soul. So this could possibly either be a sadness that you're going through from something that's ended, or a sadness that is like the dark night of the soul, and you're wondering what to do next to get through to this next place. Or maybe you're not wondering what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do, because I'm also sensing too that there's this deep sorrow, and rather than hold on to it, your message here is that you actually have to get off your butt and do something about it. Now, that might not be off your physical butt, but it is definitely about your soul butt. Okay, so there's really something that you need to do here. I'm getting that in order for you to break through your sadness, that it'd be important for you to connect up with something to do with, again, a meditation, something that you do yourself that connects you with Source. But not to do it with somebody, because you've still got this, maybe this grief and this sadness is coming up to do with a relationship with yourself and somebody. So you need to be able to get in touch with your relationship with the divine and really anchor and bring that into being, because other people aren't going to be able to help you through it. The only way you're going to be able to get through this is by having a direct communion. That's it, like a direct communion with the divine or with God, however that is for you. Once again, you know, I've been through many dark nights of the soul, and the biggest one, of course, was when my daughter died 28 years ago. Massive, as you could all understand. And the healing that took place for me was very much so about really finding out my soul's journey. So I also have my first book I wrote called Return to Soul. Return to Soul, I think, is also a ebook download at Lulu. Yes, it is an ebook download at Lulu. Hard copies have to be bought from myself. But Surrender to Your Soul, and Annette is actually the card that comes out here. Surrender to Your Soul's Path. And that's what I'm getting, because that's like what happened to me, like this really dark night of the soul. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. So that's what's going on for you, Annette. Marriage celebrant Annette. I'll do a couple more. I do have to jump back on to Psychic TV and do some international readings. Let's just do a couple more. So we've got Sawa, we've got Jude, we've got Annette. Annette, thank you. Accurate grief and sadness, Judy. Oh, right. Okay. Grief and sadness due to daughter's terminal illness. I have returned to soul. Yeah, Annette. Of course, definitely, and also, if possible, to really find out, irrelevant of how much we think we understand the soul's journey in the spiritual pathway. Unfortunately, we have to come across a crisis, an existential crisis especially. So I'm very sorry about your daughter's terminal illness, Annette. Yes, so I hope you can find some level of peace together also with her. Oh, you have returned to soul. Oh, that's what you meant. In soul vibes. Right, okay. Yeah, look, one of the greatest books for me that I got handed to me before it was even in Australia, back in the 90s, was Conversations with God. Now, I know that many of you may have read Conversations with God, but Conversations with God was like brilliant. I'd already done Reiki, and Reiki helped energetically ease a lot of my pain, emotional pain, and that's why I continued on to teach Reiki myself, because it was something about the mystery as to what went on that healed me, that helped the grief lift. But Conversations with God was probably, besides Betty Eadie's Embraced by the Light, I think Conversations with God, that was back with this, when the Celestine Prophecies and all that was out. But Conversations with God was one of the greatest books that I read that really got me a deeper understanding about, why bad things happen to good people, and those big existential, like, what the fuck is this all about? So if you haven't read Conversations with God, it's a really great book. I always recommend people read it if they're coming in to do Reiki and they want to know what to read. I always get them to read Conversations with God as a starter. And of course, Neil has continued to advance himself so much more since back in those days. So a lot of love to you, much love to you, Annette, and sending heaps of love to both of you, or to all of you, to your family, and I'm sure everyone else is with us too. I will look for the book. Oh, yeah, definitely do. Conversations with God, book 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll find it in any bookstore. You'll be able to download it online. You'll be able to listen to it. If you go into a bookshop today, in one of any of the bookshops, and you walk over to the spiritual side, and you look up and you'll see like Bibles, then next to it you'll see Conversations with God. Now, this isn't a Christian book at all, but it is now like the modern Bible, so to speak. It is up there with the best of them. So, okay, next. Let's see who's next. Belle. I haven't got your reading, Belle. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I think what happens is when you subscribe, when I'm doing readings now, something will just come up on your phone that says that Robin's gone live, and that way you can sit in. But I'll always put it up on Facebook anyway, and when it's up on Facebook, then also, I'll be sending people over to YouTube, because eventually I want to get as many people here on YouTube as possible, so I can, because it's not as easy working on Facebook as it is with this. Who did I say? Belle. Oh, Belle. Lots of stuff going on for you, Belle. Same thing. Belle. Lots of, like I get this deep, it's like this suppression, holding on to all this inner pain and fear, and holding on, and lots of mental anguish and fighting going on for you, Belle. Look, all I can say, Belle, for you for this one is to seek out some help if possible. Something is coming to an end. So whatever this is, whatever it is that you're fighting with, whatever it is that's causing you this pain, it will come to an end and you will grow from it. So if it's a relationship, or if it's a job, or if it's a family member or something closer to you, whatever it is that you know is creating this suppression, and this mental backwards and forward, it's a little bit like there's some sort of narcissistic energy around you that's really holding on. So this is going to come to an end. It's got to come to an end, but it's going to come to an end, but without you've got these feelings. So what you've got to do, Belle, is to find some way, sweetheart, to get yourself through this. Please try to find some counselling. I'm a professional psychotherapist. I have my bachelor's degree in social science counselling. I do readings. I'm an author. I teach about spiritual development, but I'm also a psychotherapist. So if anyone's actually suffering from any really deep issues or any trauma, please know that I'm also available for you to have phone sessions as well. And let me do a surrender card for you, Belle, because I want you to just have something nice here, because it seems like you're carrying a lot of stressful energy. So let's see what we have here. What is this? Oh, surrender to the habit of people pleasing. We all know this one, right? Surrender to the habit. So, Belle, no doubt you people please, and you rescue, and you try to fix everyone's problems, because that's what we do. That's what empaths do. Okay, so surrender the habit of people pleasing. So stop trying to make everyone else happy at your own expense. Because what's happening is you're trying to fix everyone or do everything for everyone, but you're suffering from the consequences yourself, and that's not what this is about. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of trying to make everyone else happy. So that's for you, Belle. I want everyone to send Belle lots of loving, because we have a couple of people here that need some loving. Annette, let's send lots of love to Annette and to her daughter and to the family, and also some love to you, Belle, because I'm really sensing that there's a little bit of a struggle going on for you at the moment. All right, guys, I'm now a little bit tired, so I want to thank you for coming over. I'll be back on another time. I don't know when, maybe next week. I'll put it up on Facebook anyway. Alrighty, so I have at the Sydney Mind, Body and Spirit Festival in Sydney, the third weekend in Sydney, the 18th, 19th and 20th. I'm doing a talk. It's like a book launching, and doing a little mini workshop on primordial meditation, and I'll be there doing soul readings at Frances Bevan's stall, working with some beautiful psychics and mediums. And that's stall A34. I'll be at Brisbane the first weekend, 5th, 6th, 7th of October. And I also have a